Hey, welcome everyone. Again, a new episode with Dr. Raffi from Australia. How are you today?
Very good, Andre. Very good.
Well, we are here and we will talk about bridging the gap. Uh, do you want to help us how to bridge the gap and what is this gap so everyone is on the same page listening to us?
Sure. So, I think this was a great way to start bridging the gap. What does bridging the gap mean? What are we talking about? We're talking about bridging the gap between two generations, and we're talking about health, and we're talking about movement. I'll explain to you why I mentioned this, Andre. Just recently I was talking to a few patients who were in their 50s and 60s. And I was talking to them about, I was reminding them about how active we were when we were in our 20s or in our teens. And anyone watching this, I'm sure they feel the same way. We were much more active. We were running around, whether it was playing sports, riding bikes, kicking balls. And I'm talking about our generation where, we didn't grow in technology. We grew with companionship and connecting with kids our age. And we were so active. And then what happened was we hit an age where we worked so hard. We sat for longer. We didn't move as much. We probably didn't participate in school sports anymore because we're not at school, or we didn't participate in weekend sports. And so then what happens is I speak to these people in their 50s and 60s, and I remind them about the importance of movement and health. And they say, oh, you are right. I need to start moving. And what happens in that gap of 20 or 30 years is really, really tough on our bodies, on our brains, on our spirit, on our mind. So I think bridging the gap is understanding where we are now and trying to bridge that gap and kind of close that up so we don't spend time away from movement, exercise, and hence, therefore, feeling lighter and happier and in a better mood and better posture.
I love this. I came across two of my clients who we realized being, yeah, letting themselves go. They haven't been looking after their physical health. And luckily they are now back with a commitment to start daily exercises, even in small steps. But it slipped out of their mind that it's a key to, I believe, an active and healthy life. So I
Wow.
really love how you have told us what the gap is, what is bridging the gap is. Is there any other thoughts that you would help people with about how to move, what to move from, maybe from your Cairo point of view?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, I'm a 40-year-old chiropractor, and I'm in that part of my life where I need to remember to bridge that gap, and I need to keep active. Fortunately for me, I'm in a role where I'm standing a lot. So for those people who are working in a standing position, utilize that opportunity and move a little bit more. Those who sit a lot, and there's a lot of people who sit for work. It's understandable. We spend a lot of time in front of computers and devices these days. You don't have to go and join a gym to bridge that gap. You don't have to spend any money to join that to bridge that gap. All you really need to do is just take 10 minutes of your time, whether it's doing a 10-minute walk around the block, so 10 minutes in a day, or if you spent 5 minutes running on the spot and 5 minutes doing push-ups and sit-ups and staying active, even just sitting on the floor, getting up off the floor and doing that for the next 10 years once a day means that you could probably get off the floor and not fall over in your 70s and 80s. So you could just start with walking and walking around the block. Remember, just 10 minutes in a day. It could be more. We would like it to be more, but let's not think of it as an overwhelming commitment. Let's think of it as something as simple as walking a little bit further. So if you had to walk to the bus stop or the train to get yourself to work or home, maybe just go around the block. Give yourself another 5-10 minutes. Walk a little bit longer. or in that break that you might have at work, get out under the sun. If you're in Australia, this is the time of the year to get out under the sun. So get out in your lunch break, move around. It is easy to do. There really is no excuse. It's just about creating this habit, and yeah, just walking, sit-ups, push-ups, squats, just do anything you're comfortable with at home or at work, and that will bridge that gap.
Fantastic. I love your share. And ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the doctor. Then do what's required, do what's prescribed. Thanks very much. And we'll talk again.
Sounds good. Everyone bridge that gap.